Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our Tielemans career mode here. I know this is going to be a little bit of a late upload. Scheduling things just ended up not working out the way we needed them to. But I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this series. I'm not going to go too much into the gameplay, but as you guys see, we actually end up going down pretty early against Porto. But with this series, I'm just going to kind of try this out. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this series right now. Obviously, this is the third episode into the series, but um, when I was playing to record this series, which is another reason why this is late, is I, I wasn't really enjoying it to a point where I think it was going to be good content to put on YouTube. Um, Part of the reason maybe my gameplay, part of the reason because I'm playing in a weak league. So that was kind of my thought process in doing Champions League games. So in this episode, you're going to see the first half basically of the group stage of the Champions League. Porto, Olympiacos, and PSG are the teams we go against. As I actually managed to grab a goal with Tielemans in the 50th minute. It's other than these games. I mean, I have good games every once in a while, but as like a central midfield player. The goals that you're given are kind of weird. The way that I play in the center, I'm not looking for the glory in the team. Yeah, I'll get a goal, I'll get an assist every once in a while, but I'm looking for the best place to put the ball for my teammate to put the ball somewhere else. So if I'm passing to a player and then they're going to pass to another player and that player scores or just shoots in general, I don't get the attribute or the challenge for creating that goal, for creating the chance. So the goals that I should be hitting in this series, I'm not really hitting very well. But I'm the best player on the team. My rating is going up incredibly quickly. I think by the last game in this episode, which I don't really show you guys the training sessions in between, but I'm already up to almost like an 81 rated player. In my first season, and mind you, this isn't even the first half of the season. We're only like 2 or 3 months into it, so it's kind of a weird series. At least until I get out of Anderlecht, I don't know how many games I'm really going to show you guys in the actual league, or really how long I'm going to keep this series on the channel. This is definitely much more of a streaming series in my opinion, because I can just sit here and grind out games on stream, and just if people show up to the stream and watch it, awesome. If not, then that's cool too, because I mean, this is a series I still enjoy. I don't want it to come off and say I'm just doing this series because I started it, but I do enjoy playing in the central midfield, but it's not a glorious position. It's not something that you're going to see me succeed in goals and assists all the time, because in this formation, I'm actually playing as basically a central defensive midfielder, which makes it even less of a glorified position, I guess, than just a central midfielder player. Obviously, I'm still playing box to box, so it's nothing like I'm not getting the chances I needed or anything like that, but it's just not the way that I play, and it's not really exciting to play unless I'm playing big name teams each and every week. So until I move to a better league where you guys are going to know every single team I'm playing, I just don't really think it's going to be that interesting. Obviously, whenever I'm doing the Lee Sung-woo career mode, playing as a striker, I'm going to be in the thick of things regardless of who I'm playing. And if I'm playing weaker teams, I'm going to have better gameplay. But Anderlecht's really not that good of a team to begin with. So the games really aren't that exciting. We're doing well in the league. I think we are actually in first. We've conceded the least amount of goals because, like I said, I'm a very strong midfielder. I know what I'm doing in the midfield. I know how to keep the ball away from the other team. I know how to boss possession. I know what I need to do, and we're not conceding goals. It's going pretty well. We've drawn a lot of games because we're not really shooting that well right now, but we're defending incredibly. So it just puts us in a weird place, and I just don't know what to do with this series. So another reason for why this episode is up late, no excuses, but I'm just kind of trying to feel out what I want to do with this series. So here in the next couple weeks, obviously you guys are going to kind of see how things play out. If the series doesn't end up panning out, I will let you guys know. Obviously I'll find something to replace this series with. I have a lot of ideas of stuff that I could be doing. so we'll kind of see how things go. Maybe some Football Manager, maybe something. It'll be something interesting. I promise you guys, I won't keep a boring series on the channel. Especially, I know I have a couple series that really aren't performing right now. I still think that they're interesting series to watch, so I'll kind of keep them out on the channel for a little bit longer before I actually end up pulling them and replacing them with something else that I think you guys might enjoy more. If there are series ideas that you guys kind of have, I don't really like asking for advice on what to do with my channel, but if you guys have a better idea for a series than the ones that I have up right now, then feel free to let me know. I mean, I'm not gonna reject your advice, you know what I mean? So down in the description below will be the Twitch channel link that you guys can go ahead and go over there and follow, so you guys know if and when I do go live. I'm not a daily streamer, I'm nothing like that, but if it does come down to it and I feel like this series is better for streams, I will move it over there, and I'll kind of have some sort of set schedule of when I'm recording these episodes, or when I'm streaming these episodes rather. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, make sure you guys follow that channel if you aren't interested in following this series. Like I said, I'm enjoying this series. It's fun for me to play. It's a little bit of a grind because the league games aren't that exciting, but it's fun nonetheless. It's something that I really enjoy playing, so it's definitely going to stay in the channel for a little bit longer until I kind of figure out what I want to do in the next few weeks. So I guess now we can talk a little bit about the gameplay. Obviously, the PSG game didn't really go to plan. I believe we actually ended up losing it after I came out of the game. So at this point, we had 1 point in the group stages, tying the first game and losing the second. Working my way into the box, I really was just wishing I could have gone down in the box and pulled a penalty, but it just didn't end up working out that way. And this was a pretty tight game against Olympiacos. Obviously, it's going to be hard getting out of the league with the teams that are in here. PSG obviously being the major powerhouse, but Olympiacos is also a very good team. So it's definitely going to be difficult us getting out of the group stages, and it's going to cause a little bit of difficulty for this channel. Hopefully we can get in Europa League and stay in that, so that there is still content for me to give you guys until I get out of Anderlecht. I know I started this series saying that I was probably going to stay with them until the summer to kind of keep it a little bit more realistic, but honestly, like, I'm just not enjoying playing with this team, and I kind of just want to get out of Anderlecht and give another team a chance, give this series a chance in a different setting. I don't really know where I'm going to move. I don't know when I'm going to move. So it'll be kind of interesting. Obviously, since I'm doing this the way it is, there's going to be one more episode of these 3 Champions League games, the second half of the group stages, and then we'll be into the transfer window, and we'll see how long we actually end up in the league. So definitely stay tuned into that. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about this series, if you do want to see it the way it is now, or if you guys want to see a streamed version of it. Obviously, if I do stream it, I will probably just turn around and upload it to YouTube after it is over, so that you guys can still see the gameplay. Obviously, it'll all be unedited. I may edit some of it. Like I said, everything's kind of up in the air right now. We'll see how things go. If it's possible for me to take the few hours of streaming of this series that I do and just edit it down into smaller videos, I'll definitely do that. If time doesn't really work on my side because I have a lot of things going on, then I'll just end up uploading the entire thing, and you guys can just kind of skim your way through the episodes and figure or see the gameplays that you want to see, basically, and just see the results you want to see. I'm not offended by that at all. So talking about the other series on my channel, everything's been going pretty well. The treble, I'm really enjoying playing. I'm not entirely sure how the response is to it, because I mean, Japes has even stopped kind of uploading it as far as I know, so I don't know if it's really doing that well on his channel either. So it's kind of a weird place to be in. I don't think either one of us really know if it's a series that's going to keep going. That'll definitely be a streaming series if I do take it off, because I want to win the Champions League with Accrington Stanley. It's a team that I really enjoy following, because they are at the very bottom of English football, at least FIFA wise. So it's definitely something that I will be looking into, and if I do end up bringing Football Manager to this channel, Accrington Stanley will probably make a return with that as well, if not using them in like some sort of create a club setting. But that was the end of that game, and that is the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.